Hello and welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. An exciting game on the way. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. We'll see the Indiana Pacers and the Miami Heat. And now the Indiana Pacers starters. We've got George, and it's Daniels in at the 5.
And you are at the mercy of LeBron James once he gets that kind of positioning. Nice finish.
From behind the arc. Shot's good by Granger.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Wade. George defending. Pass to James. Here's Mourning. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Hardaway hits the trifecta.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And there's the foul. That's going to belong to Tim Hardaway. That's his first foul. Lewis passes to O'Neal and stolen by Hardaway.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away. His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Granger, and there's the foul. That's going to belong to Tim Hardaway. That's foul number 2 for him. Butler's checked in for Miami.
Now in the game, number 22, Jimmy Butler.
Here's Lewis, over to the left wing. George outside. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul of the game.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Lewis. Shot clock at 6.
Like the way LeBron uses his body sometimes on the defensive end. He's not afraid to get a little bit physical, especially after all that bumping he takes on the offensive end.
Wade, the pass to Butler. Here's Mourning. Here's Wade. And the 3 off target. Pass to Lewis. Back to O'Neal. George outside. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the long J.
And George's guys encourage him to just fire away. They know he's lethal from there.
James against George. James passes to Wade. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
As we saw there, Dwayne Wade is really one of the most dangerous guys in the league in pick and roll action.
Pass to Lewis. George scanning the floor. And again, it's Indiana with a 3. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Here's Mourning. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's James with the jam.
I mean, do you think a little or even a big bump is stopping LeBron? His determination is part of what makes him a future Hall of Famer.
Now here's George. 6 points for him. And he banks in the layup. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Wade. Connects from downtown.
And that's just a really good-looking three-point shot from D. Wade. You have to crowd him as he's rising up for that one.
Here's Lewis. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. There's a screen. George against James. George passes to Granger. The bank shot, no good. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Miami. Pass to Wade. Now Butler. Butler double team. James passes to Mourning. 18 feet out. And again, it's Miami converting.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's George. Give him 8 points now.
Nice play, George creating for others, just manufacturing some points.
The Heat with the lead. Here's Wade, driving to the basket. He got a piece of it. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there. Wade's gone 3 for 5 shooting from the floor. George against James. Here's Lewis. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Wade. He's got 7. Pass to Mourning. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's George. There's the block. George against James. Pass to Wade. Here's O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Butler. And it's all from three-point range. Indiana trailing here. Here's Lewis. And there's a pick. Three-pointer. O'Neal pulls it in. Here's Wade.
Indiana foul. Danny Granger.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Oladipo's checked in for Indiana.
Number 4, Victor Oladipo.
Now here's Butler. He's covered closely. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
George with it. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Oladipo.
Miami foul. Dwayne Wade. First personal foul. Team foul number 4.
Here's our test. Butler covering. 6 to shoot. Now here's Oladipo. Fires from deep.
And that's really solid defense from Wade there. He wasn't going to give the offense any room.
And the foul called on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Now in the game, number 1, Chris Bosh.
O'Neal passes to James. Pass to Bosh. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Misses the three. Indiana on offense. It's a 5-point game. George outside. They set the pick. They still need this. That shot off. Some solid defense from Butler. Pass to Wade. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. And the Heat call time here.
Timeout, timeout.
On the court is your high squad.
Shot clock at 5. And here's Butler outside. O'Neal pulls it in. Butler's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. O'Neal passes to Oladipo. Pass to Artest. George for 3. That miss makes him 3 for 7.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
James outside. Here's Bosch. Still no points. And here's Butler. The 3. Drains the triple. And Miami leads by 8.
And that's how you share the ball. They got what they wanted, and Butler put the finishing touches on it.
Oladipo outside. George outside. Can they get it? And it's Miami with a rebound.
You really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
There's a screen. Here's Wade. He's guarded by Oladipo. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And so George will bring it up for Indiana. Trailing by 8. Pass to Daniels. Oladipo with the ball. Throws it up high. Here's Wade. He has 7. Over Oladipo. Wade misses. Wade's gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go. George against James. Goes up on the baseline. George, good. George has got 10 points in the game.
An efficient mid-range shooter. It's because PG practices those types of shots. Listen up, kids.
Here's Wade. Miami, no good that time either. Wade's gone 3 of 9 shooting. Daniels passes to Oladipo. George outside. Oh, the teardrop falls in. And now it's just a 4-point Miami lead.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
James outside. Here's O'Neal. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul. Team foul number 4. Now at the line, Shaquille O'Neal.
That free throw no good. The Pacers making a switch here. And he can't hit the second. Indiana on offense. 4-point game. Oladipo outside. No good on the triple. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. To the paint. Floats one up, and Butler with the lay-in. Give him 8.
So many intriguing parts to Jimmy Butler's game, including That delicate floater.
Butler against Oladipo. Pass to Boosie. Over Dragic. The shot by Boosie, no good. And Miami has possession. 6-point lead. Dragic passes to Mourning. Butler against Oladipo. Here's Mourning. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Mourning's got 6.
Well, that's how you execute a pick and roll. Jimmy Butler just toying with the defense and waiting for the opening.
Jimmy Butler getting it done for Miami. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
20.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
Indiana trailing here. On the court for the Pacers. Pass to McGinnis. From the low block. And no good, trying to use the glass. Now here's Dragic. They set the screen. The 3 is up. McGinnis with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Boosie. Going inside. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Bussie's got his first points of the night.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Boosie. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And the basket by McGinnis.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
The Heat with the lead. Smith passes to Dragic. Back to Smith. Releases. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Pass to Boosie. To the wing on the left. It's hauled in by the Heat. Bosch has got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Dragic. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's Bosch. Tipped away. Clock at 6. Here's Boosie, defended by Dragic. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance. Bussie's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
For 3, Dragic. And the Heat, another 3.
Dragic always scattering around, but that time got his feet up underneath him and knocks down the long ranger.
Miami foul. Glenn Rice. First personal foul. First team foul.
And the Pacers making a change here. Lewis is checked in. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Pass to McGinnis. Here's Granger. 6 to shoot. from the high post. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. With a healthy advantage, they're looking confident.
And could boost their lead to double digits here, too.
Smith passes to Hardaway. No good, a bit long that time.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Pass to Lewis. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That one on Hardaway. And he drops the first. A different look for Miami. Wade, he's checked in for Smith. And Dragic has subbed in for Hardaway. And the Pacers making a change here. It's both from the stripe.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Mourning. There's a screen. Here's Cycli. Here's Mourning. 6 points for him. From down in the low post, it goes.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
That was your Heat Breaker Dance Crew. Give them a round of applause.
Here's Daniels. Here's Boosie.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Lewis. He's got 5. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Shooting for Indiana. Don Boosie. 2.
And he makes a first. He's perfect from the line this time. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Here's Cycli. Yet to see a basket. Here's Wade. McGinnis with a rebound. McGinnis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Boosie. Here's McGinnis. Here's Daniels. Here's Boosie, defended by Dragic. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Lewis. And once again, off the mark by Indiana. Lewis has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Dragic passes to Wade. Here's Mourning. Give him 8 points now. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
Here's Lewis. He's got 5. Hits the 3-pointer.
And not where he earns his money, that 3-point shot, but he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Dragic passes to Wade. Tries to break his ice. And down it goes. 2 points. Wade's got 9.
The D right there is up in his face, but simply not good enough for the offensive prowess of Dwayne Wade.
Here's Boosie, defended by Dragic. Puts it up from the high post. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
When the defense gives you room, take it. Don't pass up the shot.
Here's Wade. 9 points in the game. Pass to Dragic. Here's Cycling. That one goes in. And Miami leads by 8. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Here's Lewis. It's hauled in by the Heat. Mourning's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dragic outside. Pass to Wade. Shot from 16. McGinnis with a rebound. Indiana on offense. Here's Boosie, defended by Dragic. Here's Lewis. Give him 8. They set the screen. Here's Boosie. Wide open. Again, Indiana. Now a timeout called by Miami.
Timeout called for the Heat. If you want to keep it, you gotta get loud.
And the Pacers making a change here. The Heat with the lead. Here's Wade. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
He's off on the first. Good on the second one. So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 7. Oladipo outside. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Penalty. Shooting for Indiana, Victor Oladipo. 1.
And that one misses. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Miami. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Shot clock at 6. Again, the Heat misses. So it's the Pacers now. It's a 5-point game. Here's Lewis. Give him 8 points now. Pass to O'Neal. Fades and shoots. A rebound by Bosch. Bosch has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Wade. He takes it in. It's blocked. Here's Daniels. Here's Lewis. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
There's a touch of artistry to the floater. Takes feel as much as skill.
James deciding where to go with it. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, LeBron James. 1.
That free throw good from James.
And the sustained greatness of LeBron James, just something when you take a step back, you really marvel at. We truly have been witnesses to something special.
Here's O'Neal. No points yet. Inside. That shot is good, Lewis.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist really the key to that entire sequence.
James outside. Again, the Heat misses. Indiana trailing here. O'Neal passes to Lewis. George outside. Over Jones. Tipped. Here's Wade. 10 points for him. Pass to Jones. Driving inside. Back to Wade. Here's Mourning. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Pacers with a rebound. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Lewis, and there's the rejection. James passes to Wade. Pacers with a rebound.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in. And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score. Time and time again, Dwayne Wade up around the rim, gets up big time for that alley-oop.
Pass to Granger. The three. Rebounded by Mourning. Mourning's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Jones, the pass to Wade, to the paint. LeBron fires one down.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
Now George. Pass to Daniels. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And the free throw, no good. It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Here's Mourning. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Back to Wade. They set the pick. Blocked. Here's Lewis. Down low. O'Neal. Good. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Heat leading by just 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after the break. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Tim Hardaway, and it's James in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. George passes to Daniels. Back to George for the tie. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake.
Shooting for Indiana, Paul George.
That's good from George. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Now you look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is.
James can't get it to go. Daniels passes to Lewis. Here's Granger. Pass to Daniels. Up and over Hardaway. Daniels misses. The Heat with the lead. James outside. Oh, they pick off the pass.
Teams Hardaway. 4th personal foul. 2nd team foul. Shooting for Indiana, Freddie Lewis. 2.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. The Heat making a switch here. Butler's checked in. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Here's Wade. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. What a terrific move that is. Wade's got 14.
That's just better offense from Dwayne Wade, trumping the defense.
Pass to O'Neal. Here's Granger from the arc. Rebounded by Mourning. Here's Wade. He's got 14. Here's Mourning. Pass to James. Off target with the 3. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. George outside. There's the 3. The Pacers again can't hit.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Butler passes to James. James with the focus.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, people don't always talk about Jimmy Butler, the playmaker.
Indiana trailing here. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. George outside, takes the 3, sinks the tray. 16 points for him.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Here's Wade. James outside. Here's Granger. Pass to Lewis. George outside. And he lays it up and in. George has got 6 in the quarter.
And nothing you can do right there as George is aggressive, getting to the inside and over the top of the defense.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Miami trailing. Here's Wade. He's got 14. Again, the Heat misses. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Butler with a steal. Pass to Wade. Back to Butler. Butler, unfazed.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
Here's O'Neal. Shoots a fadeaway. It's good.
And that mid-range spot is so sweet for him.
O'Neal's gone 2 for 3 from the field. George against James. Pass to Wade. It's rebounded by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to Indiana. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this. Pass
to Lewis. And Here's George. Clock at 6. On the wing, Daniels. Sent away.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Here's James. He's got 11. Pass to O'Neal. Out to James. From deep. Oh, LeBron buries the 3.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
James has gone 6 for 11 on the night from the field. Here's Lewis. He's got 14. Here's O'Neal. George passes to Daniels. 5 to shoot. That shot is good, Lewis. Lewis has got 4 points in the quarter. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
And there's the screen. And here's Butler outside. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 7 tonight. Some solid defense from Butler.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Butler. 10 points for him. And there's James from the arc. From the corner, James with the stroke.
Over his long career, James has worked on his three-point shot. Kudos to the King.
Now George. He's got 18. Pass to Lewis. Here's Granger. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Butler surveying the floor. James up top. Here's O'Neal. No points so far. James outside. To the middle. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Just brilliant in running the pick and roll. LeBron James taking what he sees.
And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing by 4. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
They got to be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
Dragic is checked in for Butler. And the Pacers also making a change. Oladipo's checked in. Pass to Daniels. Here's O'Neal. Count it. O'Neal's got 6 points. O'Neal's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Now here's Dragic. O'Neal passes to James. Granger grabs the miss. Oladipo outside. Pass to George. Here's the 3. Buries it from 3. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Yes, it's good.
This is something that LeBron James also does well. Good at shrugging off the defense, bouncing off of them, and then concentrating on getting the finish.
Here's O'Neal. He's got 6. And stolen by Dragic. Pass to Wade. Shot is good. Dragic making the play. And now a 3-point Heat lead. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Miami grabs the miss. James passes to Wade. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 8 rebounds in the game. And here's Oladipo. George outside. Here's Granger. Knocks down the long J. He has 6.
I mean, he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Wade, the pass to Dragic. James outside. Pass to Wade. Here's O'Neal. 5 on the clock. Fires it from 18. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now here's George. Tightly guarded. Oladipo finds George. And he lobs it up. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Miami with the ball. Outside Butler. Here's Mourning. He's got 10. Cashes in the 12-footer. Mourning's got 12 points in the game.
Really enjoy his work on the inside. The D was there, but helpless.
Pass to O'Neal. To the inside. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
James against Oladipo. Here's Bosch. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Boosie. Butler covering. Oh, they get a hand on it. Butler on the bounce. Blocked. They retain possession. 1:02 left in the 3rd quarter here. Here's Boosie. 13 points in the game. Out to Oladipo. And there's a pick. 5 to shoot. Here's Granger. Offline with a 3. The Heat with the lead. James passes to Mourning. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
And James, another dime that gets dropped. Someone that just loves involving his teammates.
James against Oladipo. Here's the teardrop, and the layup is up and in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Outside Butler. There's 14 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to James. Here's Rice. Off target with the 3. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Miami. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
74.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. They've got Victor Oladipo, and it's Daniels in at the 5 down low. Here's Oladipo following the bucket by the Heat.
Heat 5. Dwayne Wade. Personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Heat. Pass to Artest. On the wing, Daniels. Yep, that one goes.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Oladipo up top. Pass to Lewis. To tie it up. And Oladipo hits from deep. And this game is tied up now.
And no doubt that Victor Oladipo is a guy that this franchise is leaning on, so showing some leadership here.
Oladipo with a block. And he gets it back. For three, Hardaway drops in the three.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Hardaway's gone 2 for 2 from distance tonight. Pass to Lewis. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Cycli passes to Hardaway. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Artest.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's McGinnis. Here's Daniels. Up and over Hardaway. Daniels misses. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Down low. Ooh, it's stolen away. To the paint. Picked it out of midair. Hardaway with it. Pass to Wade. Here's Rice. Launches a three. Drills it from deep. And Miami leads by 6. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Here's Wade. Pass to Rice. 6 to shoot. Shoots. Nails the wide open jumper. And it's an 8-point Miami lead.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
And the Pacers call time here. Both teams will make substitutions. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head coach for the Pacers had some instruction for his guys during the break. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively, we're too lax, and they're getting any three they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Thanks for that, Allie.
What a masterful performance from PG tonight, looking like the All-NBA guy he is.
Hardaway, the pass to Wade. Here's O'Neal. Oh, George with a steal. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
That's good from George. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Hardaway. And the Heat, another three.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to George. Here's Daniels. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12, and it's blocked. He keeps control of the ball. Here's Wade. George defending. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Lewis. Up and in on the layup.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
The Heat with the lead. Inside. Here's Wade. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Are you surprised that Dwayne Wade is going to score that far in the paint? I'm not.
Oh, there's the alley. Butler with a steal. Here's Wade. George defending. And it's Butler with the jam.
And that's Jimmy Butler with a great finish there. Good hands to catch the pass and throw it through.
Pass to George. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Assist goes to Freddie Lewis.
Now Hardaway. Here's Rice. O'Neal on the wing. Outside Hardaway from behind the arc. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in.
Here's Lewis, defended by Hardaway. George for 3. Great positioning on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Now here's Hardaway. Wing shot on the way. And perfection right through the net. Hardaway's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. The body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Now here's Hardaway. James finds Hardaway.
Freddie Lewis. Second personal foul. First team foul. Now at the line, Tim Hardaway. Shoot.
That one's good from Hardaway. Wade, he's checked in for Miami. Hardaway hits them both. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
George passes to O'Neal. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Mourning. Mourning's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Here's Wade. Ooh, the turnaround jumper, count it. Wade's got 20 points.
And the mid-range jump shot is something Dwayne Wade has really perfected throughout his career.
Here's Boosie, defended by Hardaway. For 3, George. Rebound by the Heat. Mourning's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's James. James strong inside.
Even at this age, LeBron still has that power and force, just overwhelming the D.
Boosie passes to Daniels. Now here's George. Here's Granger. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And it's Miami's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. James outside. Outside Hardaway.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Trailing by 17. Pass to George. Cash money on the open jump shot. George has got 30 points.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Here's Wade. George defending. George with a steal. Here's Boosie. That one's wide left. Outside Hardaway. Pass to O'Neal. Now, here is James. Kicks it out to Hardaway. And again, Miami with a triple.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Here's Boosie. And here's George. Three-pointer. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got rebound number 7 tonight. Outside Hardaway. James passes to O'Neal.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Second team foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, Shaquille O'Neal.
First free throw is good. And the Heat making a change here. Butler's checked in. Lewis is checked in for Indiana. He's off on the second. Here's Granger. The three-pointer off the mark.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Pass to James. Here's Butler. Butler double team. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 6. Wade fires in the triple. Wade's got 23.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Here's Wade. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. The ball's knocked loose. James outside. A strong finish under heavy pressure from the D. James has gotten 4 this quarter.
Incredible feel for the game. LeBron knows when it's his job to set the tone offensively.
Lewis passes to George. The Pacers again can't hit. Looking to win the run. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. And he's now got the double-double.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And so it's Indiana with it. The Heat making their last shot. George outside. O'Neal on the wing. Here's Daniels. Checked by James. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Shot's good by James.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to O'Neal. James with the ball. He's against O'Neal. Shakes him. In deep. James drops it in.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Here's Lewis. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. Now our New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.